All right, g'day, hi and welcome. Okay, so I got quite a bit of practice in today. Ever since I bought this pedal about a week and a half ago, my Mapex Falcon PT 1000 TW, great pedal. I think I got it dialed in fairly well. I think the tension's fairly even. I did that wrong, but so we'll go like this, and I can't do it with one hand. So hang on. Anyway, it is actually synchronized fairly well. So what I got going on is I'm using the ankle technique, where you just bop your ankle up and down like that. Right? No, I'll show it better in other videos, but I guess my legs are done for today. I'm not even getting the pedal. Time there for sure, but yeah, not bad for the first week. Again, I did fairly consistent for, again, a newbie, holding up to 252. That's as high as my metronome goes, but there's not too many songs that I'm going to be playing at 252, so use the metronome all day. Love those toe stirrups. Got one on each side there. And then get up on your See, there's like a kind of like an in-between where both beaters start hitting at the same time, and I'm wondering if that's just a spring tension issue, or just because, well, I won't know for another week or two. You know, I'm still getting the feel of the pedal and stuff like that, but really cool. The settings, I did about 5 different settings on the pedal. I'll show you where I ended up, and I don't know if I'll put the spring tension full, blah blah blah. No, not on a newbie. Newbie guys, don't do that, because you won't be able to play the darn thing. So what you're looking at here for my settings is this is about the 4th different setting. So I started off with about 45-degree beater angles, and the beaters were just fully extended. They were too far out. So you can sort of see on the bass drum a little bit. This is where the beaters were originally hitting. Right around here is where my single pedal was hitting. So my second adjustment was to there. Now my third adjustment, they're just slightly up in between. Eventually, I do believe, as my ankles get stronger, my legs get stronger, whatever, calves get stronger with the pedal, I will probably extend them full again. I have not adjusted the springs yet. That's the last thing I'm going to adjust, because I want to make sure that I'm not adjusting things when I don't need to, and allowing my body to adjust, you know, because like right now, I've got the beaters at probably about a 35-degree angle, which is not bad. Got lots of volume and everything like that, and enough momentum in the beater to sort of keep it going. You know, where if you have the beaters too upright, you can get them going really quick, but to keep them going, you don't have enough momentum. The other thing is I put the 20-gram weights in the, instead of the 10, like you can either take the weights out of it. You got 10-gram or 20-gram weights that you can put in each beater. And I took the 10 gram ones out right away, and I started with the 20 grams. So a little more weight at the top, more momentum, which allows you to kind of do a couple of things. You can shorten your beaters and still have a lot of inertia. So I'm sure I'll tweak the pedal again at some point, but right now what I'm probably going to do is just leave the pedal the way it is and get used to it. But now hear me out, and if you think this is an issue that, because when you're learning on anything, setup is everything, right? And if you have, say, the spring tension not quite balanced, you know, like I've already checked the I can't do it with one hand in the camera, you know, whatever. But basically, if you go like this, yeah, I see my thumb hit there, so let's see if I can get it to do it. Anyway, they did stay, when I do it right, they do stay together for about 4 or 5 bobbles there. And that tells me that the slave pedal is fairly synchronized with the master pedal, or the right foot. But there's one thing I'm wondering: if your spring tension is slightly off, does one foot kind of creep in front of the other beat wise? Because I'm hearing like, and it sounds like 2 beaters hitting at the same time, and then it sounds like one beater starting to go slightly faster, slightly slower. Now, mind you, I won't know this for about another week or so, whether it's just me, because I'm sure a lot of it is just me getting used to the pedal. Again, I've only got maybe about max 4 hours of practice time on this pedal, right? And this is my first double pedal. So, but is that something like to refine? If you have one spring slightly tighter than the other, and I know you got, a loss of, energy loss from the left pedal, you have to work a little harder with your weaker leg, because you've got the transfer bar there, and you got to overcome that. So you have to have the tension slightly higher, typically on one side than the other. And if you don't have enough tension, say on the right side, you'll probably not be able to keep up to the left, because whatever. But if you have too much tension if you don't have enough tension on the right side, you'll surpass the left pedal all the time. You'll almost get 2 beats to the one, just because it's so much easier. So it's getting it so that they synchronize, so that they hit in time with each other, with my so-called twitch reflex. So yeah, it's something to, like I got almost about an hour's practice in today, and I can already start to get a feel of the pedal, even like what I'm supposed to do with it. It'll take a long time to be able to master it. I get that. But yeah, so that's my settings for now. So about 35 degrees, beaters about, say, 80% out, or like 1/2 of a beater head down. And I have not adjusted the footboard angles. I haven't had to. They're very comfortable the way they are. And I haven't adjusted the springs from the factory setting. So I don't feel like the springs are too tight right now. But then again, play for 3 hours, see how I feel, right? To do a gig or whatever. Right now, I'm not gig ready for that at all. I'm just starting to get the idea of the single pedal. You know what I mean? So yeah, just a little settings like that. I do like them. I can get, like I say, going up to 252 BPMs, just going like that, whatever. Maybe not perfectly synchronized, but getting there, you know what I mean? And holding a beat with, synchronizing with the hands as well. So it's a good start. And again, of course, I'm playing along to the metronome and everything like that. So again, we'll see how I do next week. But like the goal for me is anything over 220 is like amazing. Anything under 220 is fine. Because like most songs I can play, even though I play metal, most songs I play are, they're not in those speed ranges. Like even with the guitar, like I don't normally play 200 plus. Like there might be some fast riffs and some fast licks and whatever, but like the typical rhythms, I tend to like more chunkier sounding, so most of my songs are typically going to be in the 140 to 160 range anyway, which is probably most metal songs. And And then I'll probably do a few at the, lightning pace or whatever. But yeah, that's where I'm at with the pedal so far. Really loving it. I don't know how drummers can play without a double pedal. Like, it's so much more musical, like so much more options. Like it's just once you have it, but there's another thing that I realized too. Okay, when you have a single pedal, okay, and you're playing, okay, whatever, you have this pendage working, and that pendage working. And this just might, dampen, play around with that. So basically you got to do 4/4 time with 3 pendages, your foot and your 2 hands. So when you want to do 4/4 time with 2 feet and your hands, you got to kind of rewire your brain to think 4/4 time with 2 feet and 2 hands instead of 2 hands and 1 foot. It sounds kind of weird, but it actually makes sense when you think about it, that you have to compensate with 1 leg to 2 legs. So this leg has to work so much more to keep the 4/4 time, right? That's half the work when you kick in the double pedal, okay? So you see what I mean? So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Now your brain has to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You're doing half the work because you can divide it, right? But your brain's not, it's not plugged into the left leg yet. So that takes a little while, but it's just an interesting observation. So I think the sooner you get on your double pedal, the easier it is. I wouldn't want to play like 5 years with a single pedal and then try a double pedal.